A young brother has to get some groceries. We're going to take the E30. Can't wait for the conversion kit for this. You have no idea how excited I am. But anyways, why should you not? Oh my god, I dropped my wallet. Ugh. We're going to talk about reasons why you should not start a personal brand. Probably the biggest thing right now that everyone's talking about in the business space, especially with creative direction blowing up, creative strategists, creative agencies as a whole. I have my own. And while things are going pretty well, I won't lie to you, I kind of want to just yap while going for a drive because I love cars. So I figured why not, just mix it in. Oh, I have a green light. I'm retarded. Anyways, why should you not start the one thing that literally everyone and their mom is talking about right now in the whole business niche, right? Personal branding. It boils down to a few reasons. You can barely see the road. I might need to get another POV camera. Anyways, this is what we're going to do for now. Anyways, so, why would you not do the main thing that literally everyone and their mom is talking about right now? And for a few good reasons. I won't lie to you. Of course, there's something to be gained and there's something to be lost in every single thing that you pursue. So, before I tell you all the reasons why you shouldn't, I'm going to address the reasons of why people say you should. Number one, it is infinitely leverageable. By literally just think about the whole idea of personal branding. You are we'll say short form, right? We're not even going to say long form where you need to put a little bit more investment or something, more interesting. We're going to say just short form. Why would someone want a personal, just like this, 100K followers, they're your ideal follower, they're someone that would really interact with your content. Why would someone want that? Well, it is infinitely leverageable. The LTV, lifetime value, of each and every one of those followers, just by being $1 per month, is $100,000 a month. And just off of that, it is fucking beautiful. What does it take to get 100,000 followers? Well, it just takes a lot of low barrier effort of videos. For example, yapping. Literally videos like this. This is something that you can do over the course of a year and build up a following, right? It's dependent on so many things, but we'll just keep it very bare bone. It is simple. You can talk to a camera and someone across the world will like you enough, given the topics that you talk about, will like you enough, and they will give you money in exchange for something, either that being UGC, a promotion, a brand deal, or something directly of what you're selling, right? Just off of that idea, from you talking to a camera, you have the ability to spawn in money. That sounds very interesting. Does it not? Right? It sounds very enticing. The ROI of a personal brand is basically infinite. Given the entry and the cost of what it takes to start building one, of what it takes to have a profitable one, given the time and the quality of what you are putting out, right? Number two, the money. I don't want to be the main focus. I don't want to turn it into a money thing. Not everything is about money. I'm sure your parents tell you that. My parents tell me that all the time. And while I do disagree to a very good extent, there is still a little bit of truth to it. Not everything is money. But the money from a personal brand, given you're not being a fucking moron, can change your life. Why do I say this? Because it changed my life. Simply put. At 18, I signed a $250,000 contract, and now I kind of just do this for a thing. And now I'm starting another one. It literally just opens up infinite opportunities to make money. And that is the most powerful thing. Not even talking about the ROI aspect of it. It is literally, it's just a beautiful business model, right? The ROI is there. Number three, you get to meet people. And I'm sure you've heard the whole phrase of your network is your net worth. Who you surround yourself with is probably a reflection of your net worth / how much money you make, what you're capable of, etc. It's not what you know, it's who you know. That holds very true. And what easier way to connect with people that are cooler than you, better than you, make more money than you, is by having a personal brand, having a platform to where people know you. If people know you, You are doing like literally 45% of the work, and the other 55 is them gauging how competent you are. So that's like just off of those three things, personal branding sounds like a beautiful endeavor. And don't get me wrong, it absolutely is. It is one of the greatest things, to me, one of the greatest things happening right now in social media, or one of the greatest things that life has to offer, given the business niche, right? Life has to offer. One of the most beautiful things that you can do for business, right? But now I want to talk about why you shouldn't start one. And I don't want you to take this video to heart. I don't, because I don't think it's ever good to take anything to heart. I think it'll ruin your perspective on a lot of things if you take everything to heart. I think you're supposed to take everything with a grain of salt. Let me downshift. A foot cam would be pretty cool in a shift cam, but this is my first video. Leave me alone. I'll make it better sooner or later. First off, I need a better headgear because this is low-key pissing me off. Anyways, I need to get this video out, so I'm gonna fucking record. I'm actually gonna go. Hold on, I don't even know where I'm going. I'm literally just driving. I need to I'll do a U-turn later. Anyways, so why should you not start a personal brand? Very simple. Number one, social media is a creative space. You like it or not. No matter how many numbers no matter how many numbers you have back behind it, if you are not a creative person, you are probably not going to succeed. That is just as simple as it gets. Whether you like it or not, you need to be at least a little creative. Now, this is assuming you don't have a creative agency behind it, you don't have a marketing agency, or anyone behind you telling you what to do, because they have the experience in this. Because when you're starting a personal brand and you have nothing else to do, you're not going to dump money into it. It just doesn't make sense from a business perspective. Not even that, from a confidence perspective, right? I really hope I don't hit this biker. Anyways, you have to be creative. Number two, which is just extending off of number one. You need to be able to talk about something / show something on a long enough term that you see a light at the end of the tunnel that, hey, I'm actually going to make money. Because I'm all for art and creative direction and expression, but we have to pay the bills. Everyone is an artist until rent is due. That's just how it is. So you need to do so. You need to be able to express in a certain field / niche. You need to be unique enough in said niche. You need to do it enough on a long enough term to actually be able to extract money from it. And then in what you are talking about from those three factors, you need to be good enough to actually make money. So that's 4 super, super intricate, super demanding elements before you even start posting. And I don't want to sell you a dream like, oh, everyone can build a personal brand. Everyone everyone has the ability to express themselves online to an extent to where this can change your life and be their job. I'm not going to lie to you. No, it's not true. I'm sorry, I'm not here to sell you a dream. I'm here to tell you what I genuinely feel and believe. The world does not work like that. Not everyone can succeed. Not everyone was built for this very intricate, very specific and nuanced space. It just doesn't work like that. I'm sorry. Why can't everyone succeed? Well, just off of those 4 things I told you initially, not everyone has those. And even if you have that, you need to have the confidence and the belief to do so on a long enough term without getting paid, mind you, because this is all before you earn $1. You need to be doing so on a long enough term without getting paid, with the belief that what I'm doing will work sooner or later. That rules, just off of those things that I've told you, it rules out maybe 90% of the population. And the other 10% barely have the confidence to start. So this kind of goes back to, you really don't have competition, but at the same time, you don't have competition for a good fucking reason. This is a very hard space to succeed in on a long term. Now, what is long term? I'm not saying you make a lot of money one year, because honestly, what value does that bring to your life as a whole? not a lot. Yeah, that 1 year you're balling, but what about the next year? So this is why it needs to get into, okay, how do you build this into a skill? How do you make sure you are a part of that 95%? That 95% that actually end up succeeding. God, it's hot, but it's not. It feels so weird. One small thing about this car, no fucking insulation. No fucking insulation. You really feel every degree from the sun. And I'm in Florida, as you know, and probably could tell. It is hot as shit. Anyways, how do you develop the skill to filter out and be a part of that? I'm going to say 2%, but it's really probably 1%. 1% of people actually make money from social media, and I don't even want to know the percentage of that people that actually make this a living. I don't want to be that guy, but like myself, I'm sure it's not too high of a percentage. In fact, I don't even think it hits 1% completely of people that make this a job, like a job with a career behind it, attached to it. So, how do you train yourself to be I guess, how do you practice this, right? How do you practice expression on a creative level with the goal in mind of actually making money? How do you, this isn't exactly like you're just doing a bench press because you are juggling 17 different things. There is so much that goes into it. So how do you practice that? What is the progression? Well, it's mostly two factors. Number one, how self-aware are you? When you think creativity and you think art, there needs to be some sort of emotional intelligence. You need to understand and know yourself on a deep enough level to say, this is me, this is not me. I am expressing this because this is what I feel. And that sounds super bare bones and super nuanced to hear me say that. But you would not believe the amount of people that don't have that ability to say, this is me, this is not me. It seems so fucking simple, but people overthink literally everything about their lives. They don't even know themselves. So that's step one. Know yourself. Very fucking simple, but hard. Understand who you are. Have a good relationship with what the decisions you make have an effect on your life and how they have an effect on your life. So pretty simple, step number one. Step number two, be creative. I hate to say it. And if you're not creative, how can I put myself in the position on a long enough term to where I don't need to be as creative as everyone else? I guess. I'm trying to see how I can put that into words. If you are not a creative person, can you still succeed in content creation? Yes. It depends what you think succeed is. In what level will your personal brand be about? Because at the end of the day, you are building and making videos. So there needs to be an aspect of creativity to put you there. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, on a long enough term, if you just copy everyone else and you don't train that creativity, you are cooked because you're just copying everyone else. You're not exactly building a brand. That being said, I'm sure I just hinted to it. You can train being creative. Like, I hate the people that say, if you're not creative, if you're not artistic, you can't practice that. That's not true. Artists practice 24/7. You ask Leonardo DiCaprio, Jesus Christ. You ask Leonardo da Vinci, how many paintings did he paint? Motherfucker, thousands probably. I don't know. I'm not. You see my point. This is a reps thing. This is a practice thing. It takes so much more than just, okay, this is me, this is not me. So how do you practice being creative? Consuming. I think it boils down to what you consume at the end of the day and then what you produce. So if the things that you consume touch your heart and really, like, first of all, if everything that you consume, let's just say media, right? If everything that you consume is mainstream, you're probably not that creative. Why? Because you are consuming something that is geared towards the masses, which is, there's like Breaking Bad, right? That's a good show. But like, are you going to actually get something out of it? I don't know. It just depends on what you take as valuable, what you want to produce, what you see yourself producing. Is it a reflection of your inner thoughts and your heart, your goals, right? But with a rule of thumb, simply, if it's mainstream, you probably shouldn't consume it. I know you probably hear like goy slop. Like, dude, there's a lot of just bullshit online that you just probably shouldn't consume. Like doom scrolling meaninglessly, that's not a good thing for you. I've been trying to get off that list, honestly. It's a horrible habit to have. So, I could yap about this forever, but I have to do some fucking groceries, unfortunately. And I really wanted to get this video out to actually start posting my BOV drives. My next one will be better, I promise, because this camera angle, I'm already knowing. This is going to get like 5 views, but it's okay. If that. Anyways, consume things that are worth consuming, that you watch and you say, wow, I am actually getting value from this, okay? This doesn't have to be 24/7. Start small. Just watch one like niche YouTube video. I watch them. I talk about them all the time on TikTok. By the way, go follow the TikTok if you have not. There's actual value there, rather than just me driving. But anyways, don't consume super mainstream things. Okay, it's probably not a good idea, and especially if you want to be a creative, don't do it. So, with that being said, building a personal brand is hard as fuck, and it's not that simple, in the slightest. People will say it's simple, but it's not. But at the same time, if you loop around, it can be simple if this is made for you. Unfortunately, you probably were not cut from the cloth that's actually worth having a personal brand about. So step one, be someone worth having a personal brand. Be cool. Do something people don't do. Do the hard shit. Go through the hard shit. And if you haven't, then you probably aren't going to build a personal brand because there's nothing interesting about you. And that message alone is going to piss off a lot of people. I'm sorry. I'm not here to sell you a dream. You probably weren't built for this, and you're probably not built for this. That's it. That's the video. I love you if you watch this. Peace.